Y'all can ask any questions you want. I'm glad to be here. Definitely good to see these beautiful, bright black faces. It's beautiful.
Could you talk to what you have to really go through to stay relevant as far as being in hip hop 20 years and just making sure your career lasts longer than that? You know, what steps you have to take?
For me, I would when I first started rapping, one of the most important things, I didn't know it was helping me as much, but my mother is an educator, so she would make me read a lot and do, so I was constantly reading and learning and just growing my mind. And as, that helped me, it gave me a foundation. But then as I became an artist, I knew I had to gain more information by not only just reading, but going to check out new art. Knowledge is so infinite and so broad, you gain knowledge sometimes in conversations. You probably can gain some knowledge maybe through a dream, who knows? It's sometimes just traveling, you can be somewhere and be like, man, this whole energy is I'm gaining information about life. So I think one of the most important things for me was to grow and gain information, and as far as staying relevant with that is being in tune with what's going on in the music industry in the world, but at the same token, always sticking to my voice and letting that grow within whatever is going on. Because I feel that it's important for you to have longevity in certain businesses, and especially entertainment. You got to have something unique. You got to find your voice and let that uniqueness come out and develop that. And God willing, it'll be there for you for many years to come. Yeah.
Me personally, I like lyricists. You know what I'm saying? I thought that's how it's supposed to be. But now it's the lyricists are in the background. You know what I'm saying? More and the hype men, quote unquote, are getting all the shine. How you feel about that?
The world changes, man, and people's tastes change, and pop culture is gonna change. Pop culture is pop culture. Think about some of the records that were, or the things that were popular 3 years ago, or maybe even a year ago. Sometimes I'll be talking about, man, you know that song that, and I can't remember the artist's name, but it was a popular song that was #1. And with that being said, some artists that may not have that lyrical content, they may not sustain a career, but they may have that hit, and that's not bad. If that, whatever works for them, they fulfilling their dream in the way they can. But the point I'm making is I think that, in any process, it's going to be a popular thing that sometimes it may not be always feeding the I don't want to say critical, but the more substantial things. Pop music in itself, when you think about pop culture, it's like McDonald's. It's supposed to be quickly eaten and it go out of you quick. You know what I mean? It's not there for when I was growing up, we had something called the Cabbage Patch Dolls. Not that I was with it, I wasn't using it, but the girls. But I'm saying that was really popular. And then about a year later, it was another toy. And I'm saying that to say it's you could be popular, but the truth of the matter is, you want to have something that stands and you have a career. Or, if you so happen to have that hit and you blessed to have that hit, then you got to want to make something of it from there. Maybe you go into a new business and do something else. But I love lyricists too. I also enjoy some of the music that you can turn up on. But at the end of the day, what I'm gonna play in my car, where I listen to music usually, is gonna be something that has some type of substance. And then when the songs come on, I'm cool with that. But I'm not gonna just listen to the radio over and over to hear those songs. I gotta go to Sirius radio or something, so I can go to okay, I want to go to Backspin, I want to go to Shade 45, I want to go to soul, I want to go to jazz. Sundays I'm on praise, you know what I'm saying? So it's I like that variety, and I think we need variety in lyricists and the popular music.
Being an influential rapper and influential music artist, who are some of the people that you listen to for inspiration?
Kanye is one, because he always pushes the envelope, and he constantly is able to make music that has hip-hop foundation to it, but it becomes popular. He'll use drum break beats or reference something that's really kind of hip-hop oriented, but then he also is using pop things that sound soulful or whatever. And it's kind of like I admire that and respect that and get inspired by some of the lyrics that I really think Kendrick Lamar is dope as far as like lyrics go. I get inspired still by Nas sometimes when I hear like, listen to his album and I was like, man, this dude is still rhyming at a high level. I like, certain songs here and there might inspire me. Like, I like that, the Power Trip by J. Cole. Like, as soon as I heard it, I was like, man, it feel right. That song is dope. Like, so I mean, different artists inspire me. It's not just hip hop. I definitely like listen to some jazz, and I like some rock sometimes when it's the right songs. I like that group Mumford & Sons sometimes because I've heard them. They were used on our television show, and I got into them a little bit. And I like some just variety of music.
Basically, by hearing you speak and how calm you are and how humble that you're coming off of, besides knowing that your mother is one thing that keeps you motivated, what else keeps you sane and calm and still moving forward?
I definitely believe my relationship with God is something that I would say is I would say that's my beginning and end and everything in between, because, I get off my rocker sometimes and then, I kind of have to be reminded, like, yo, I'm God's child, and so are you, and so are you, and so, sometimes when I want to act up, I got to remember, like, and don't get me wrong, I still make the mistakes and, make some bad choices sometimes, but more than anything, it's like knowing that I'm a child of God and a reflection of God, and like, that gives me a peace, and sometimes during the storm, I'm feeling shaky, but I go to whatever I need to go to that's scripturally, there for me, and then after I get that foundation, which is the start, then I'll do something. One great thing about like art and expression is like you can release a lot of things through it. That's a healthy, or if you choose, if you're a dancer, if even if you decide to go box, it's healthy ways to like release the pain. And I think art is one of the greatest ways to do it.